Alright, chat, we're going to be reacting to Conquest Has Returned. I'm Kevin. Okay, we're going to have this video here, but basically we're going to be talking about the episode as a whole. Well, at least most of the episode, I think. But, as a whole, the episode, that was one of the best episodes in Invincible. It might be the best one yet. Yeah, that shit was crazy, and watching it was great. Like, it wasn't just great because of the fight at the end. There was just so much things going on in this episode that made it so great. Like, with the Debbie and Omni-Man confrontation, Tech Jacket, and, you know, watching Omni-Man try to, you know, fix everything, but he can't really. I already said that with Debbie, but also Invincible in this episode. This episode should take Invincible off Fraud Watch forever. I feel like he's been taken off that for a while, but this should solidify it, okay? I think we should fully take him off Fraud Watch. Alright, and Oliver, we gonna get to Oliver in a second, okay? We gonna get to him in a second, but yeah, this is from I'm Kevin, and let's get right into it. This right here.
Hey, who the fuck is you, bro?
Ball.
Who is you, bro? What the fuck? Wait, where's she at?
Look at this, bro. Look at this. Bro, so you gonna just break my shit? So you gonna just break my shit?
Damn. Hey, do y'all think Paul getting back? Well, do y'all think Omni-Man is getting back with Debbie? Like, I've been hearing about this for a minute, and I'm not sure how this is gonna happen. Like, comic Debbie and Debbie from the show is two completely different characters at this point. So I'm not sure how Omni-Man and Debbie would even work. Honestly, I would be perfectly fine if she stayed with Paul. I feel like that should at least be on the table. Alright, that should still be on the table of her just staying with Paul. That should be fair. If she doesn't get back with Omni-Man at any point during the series, I feel like that's okay. Like, it truly should be okay for everybody. She does not need to do anything. Alright? She should be allowed to stay with Paul no matter what. Okay? Like, that should be, you know, something that really should still be on the table. Alright? She should just not just be back with Omni-Man because of the comics. Because obviously they changed things. So if she stays with Paul, that should be perfectly fine. Like, I'm okay with it. And I feel like a lot of people should be too. But I'm not opposed with, you know, Omni-Man and Debbie getting back together. But honestly, I feel like for a character, she should stay with Paul. Alright, that's just me. Alright. Also, I love the fact that Omni-Man was trying to apologize and, you know, say this and that, and Debbie was not having it. Like, through the entirety of that conversation, she was not having it. They did that shit perfectly too. That was amazing. The way they handled it. That was great.
I love when it's one time going to jacket. While Columbus and nice. Look who I'm fucking again.
Yeah, attitude is always just nice again.
Paul. Boy, oh boy, is it about to be a rough week for you. Now, do I think Debbie is going to forgive Nolan? No, of course not. She shouldn't forgive him, actually.
She really shouldn't.
But the chance isn't zero. After Nolan...
Yeah, she has just the same amount of chance of staying with Paul as to getting back with Omni-Man. I really feel like it's just 50-50 at this point. Like, I'm really curious to see how the writers go about this.
Arrived on Earth, spoke to Mark about what's to come. The war that they need his help in. And I'm glad it clicked in Mark's head that refusing wasn't an option. If you didn't go to war and the coalition lost, Thrag, Anissa, Craig, Conquest would have had a field day. So thank you for not being difficult by pulling the same stunt you did last time. No, I don't want to fight. The sorriest shit I've ever seen. But after that convo with Mark was over, Nolan wanted to speak with Debbie. At first, he was getting cold.
Which was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Even thinking about that is crazy. You're lucky she's not a Virtualite and decided to go after revenge so she could kill you, gang. Like, you was very lucky she is not a Virtualite.
feet, but Debbie must have saw him on the ring camera. She was the one who initiated the convo, and I honestly love this scene. Seeing how much Omni-Man changed, apologizing for all his wrongdoings, knowing words were nowhere near enough to fix anything, but still felt he needed to say something. This man has been alive for almost 1,000 years, but a mere 20 of living life with Debbie changed everything. She might be the strongest being in the universe. Fuck a Thrag, we got a Debbie. You know how Daenerys is the queen of dragons?
I mean, you're not wrong. All right, like you're really not wrong, honestly.
Debbie, the queen of Viltrumites. She has 3 to her beck and call right now. But peep what she said right here.
If I was supposed to change you, I failed. You're not one of us. You're not human. You're barely a bad photocopy.
Oh, he felt that one.
Damn!
Let's give this a round of applause. This
beautiful.
Was phenomenal. Both
beautiful work.
Beautiful. Every time
absolutely beautiful.
It came from the soul.
Fuck you. Now get the fuck out of my house and never come back.
Felt that shit right here. You can feel that shit. Like you can really feel that shit. Like, come on.
I just know when he left the crib, he was bawling his eyes out. That's why he dipped so fast. Can't let no one see him crying. It's I, Nolan. We understand.
You lucky Paul wasn't there. You lucky Paul wasn't there.
I'd cry too if I lost Debbie. But this is when they introduce us.
I would cry too. If I lost Debbie, I would be sad too.
To Zoe, someone we was looking for to aid us in the war. Now, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure what she's gonna do against the Viltrumite. Her tech does seem kind of
really
like
knows.
Like a Blue Beetle, Green Lantern.
Who really knows?
But in a one-on-one, I can't see her winning. Those lasers she's shooting is tickling that man. To me, she seems like a sacrifice character, and I really hope I'm wrong. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm a little worried for Tech Jacket. I'm not saying she's gonna die, but like I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried.
It's gonna be a time where Nolan or Mark is fighting another Viltrumite. She's gonna be there, sees that they're losing, so she tries to use that big red beam, but it's not gonna be enough. So she tells her suit to put out more energy. The suit gonna say, if you do that, there's a chance you're gonna die. I don't care, do it anyway. And then she kills the Viltrumite and dies in the process. That's exactly how I see her character going out.
Yeah, I see it.
Full of Viltrumites. Alan, who can bang out with a Viltrumite. The ray gun guy, who if he lands a hit, you're cooked. They try to get Battle Beast, who we all know is probably stronger than most Viltrumites. True. And then we got Zoe, who seems pretty tame compared to the rest. Now, I could be underplaying her crazy, and I hope I am. I want her to prove me wrong. They might have just nerfed her to the ground this episode. I don't know. But until then, I'm not expecting much.
Yeah,
so
I'm a little bit worried.
Mark and Debbie sat down, and he was telling her, you know I got no choice. I have to do this. And then Oliver walked in asking the important questions. Why are y'all sitting in the dark? That's exactly what I would have said.
Yeah, why was they sitting in the dark?
Just sit in the dark just because.
Why was they doing that?
Obviously, something's going on. So after he got filled in, he said, damn, so no invite? You want me to just sit back and pray y'all make it back safe? Man, I'm now, we truly...
I have some thoughts to say about this, about Oliver. We're gonna hold off on it. All right, we just gonna hold off it just for a little bit, okay? Just for a little bit.
Don't know how strong Oliver is. The greatest foe was Conquest. That's not really fair to gauge off of.
True.
Most beings in the universe can't beat that nigga. Also, he was like 8 at the time. Him right now very much well could be strong enough to fight a regular Viltrumite. We don't know. Also, Nolan went to go talk with Art.
Oh yeah, this happened too.
What are you wearing?
I'm glad he said something. I think we all was thinking that. Terrible fit. But I think
I don't know why he put that bullshit on.
There's nothing left for him on Earth. The things he did was unforgivable.
Oh yeah, hear about
this. I told him, sorry man, I only make suits for heroes. Hit him right in the heart. Which is why he was all...
Like, I love that one. Ark was really stressing. And during this whole conversation, that's why I really love that little hyperventilating he did once Omni-Man left. Like, he was stressing that entirety of that scene. But yeah, he still said what he felt like he had to say. Like, with the whole, I only make suits for heroes. That I really like that part. Like, that's another great part about this entire episode. People were really saying what they really had to say, knowing that Omni-Man could kill him at any point. They was really just getting their shit off. They was really just speaking their chest out. Like that's what I really loved about this whole episode. Like there was not letting this man slide for nothing.
Gloomy when they're on the ship.
I'm wondering what Cecil gonna have to say once he meets up with him. That's what I'm gonna be wondering.
He don't want him. Art don't fuck with him. His two sons barely want anything to do with him. He lost everything.
Yep.
Team bonding, everyone getting to know each other, things like that. I thought we was gonna have a full episode of jokes and fun times. Until that alarm went off. Engine core of the ship got compromised. They were forced to separate. The thing explodes. Nolan and Oliver were still back there, so he went to go look for him. Yeah, we found Oliver, but also was greeted with the presence of Conquest. Oliver gonna say,
"We killed you once, we can do it again."
Who the fuck is we? We? Oh, hell no. Run that back. I must have heard something crazy. I must have heard something insane. We gonna run that back.
For him. Yeah, we found Oliver, but also was greeted with the presence of Conquest. Oliver gonna say,
"We killed you once, we can do it again."
Who the fuck is we? I must be. Who is we? You didn't do shit. You got a few hits and maybe, but you almost got split in half. What are you talking about, some we? Man, we gonna get to Oliver. We're going to get to him. Just one more second.
No. Eve killed him. Barely.
Yes.
Y'all was her support. Without her, he would have won that shit.
Very
Anyways,
true.
Oliver decides to go for Conquest. Gets backhanded immediately.
Look at him
And
go.
for like
Look
3
out.
seconds, I thought Oliver was actually going to hold his own. Until he got his skull grabbed. And doesn't this look familiar? Was about to get done like Red Rush until Nolan came in. Not gonna lie, I was getting annoyed they kept switching the screen. I don't care about none of this right now. Go back. I want to see Nolan box Conquest. Though it didn't last for long because Mark stepped in, landing some punches, flew in with the elbow, a couple of those fucking steel his back. Now boxing Oliver while Zoe and Alan taking on the other one, and I swear, I thought it was over for her right here. She's lucky that mask didn't fully break. She's also lucky that bro decided to move extra slow. He didn't want it bad enough. What is he doing?
Yeah, what is he out here doing?
And can't see. This is when I do nothing.
Really?
Like, he was not trying to kill her,
might
for real.
be top 3 worst Viltrumites. Are we sure he even is a Viltrumite? Check his birth certificate. He might be whatever the hell bulletproof is. The fact that Oliver even landed this kick, blood too, I think he can beat your ass now. Until I saw his hand. Anytime a Viltrumite puts their hand like this, something is dying. They should really stand that chop move. It has never failed.
Yeah, that move really is their ult, for real. Like, that little slice, that is definitely their ult.
This fight for sure seemed winnable until a platoon of minions showed up. They're not strong at all, but they're annoying enough to make a difference. So after Oliver got the wind blew out of him, Nolan told him to fly to the planet for air. Conquest mid-fight with Mark says, you know what? I want him. Goes straight after Oliver.
Like, what is this man's beef with this damn kid? Like, it's not funny, but like, it's just so crazy to think about, man.
Is he feeling so bad? What did Oliver do that got you acting like this?
Exactly. He has not done to this man.
Oh, thank goodness! Finally, some air.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is exactly where I wanted to stop, because this is exactly where I want to talk about Oliver. Okay, it took me a minute. Alright, it took me a lot, but this is where I want to talk to him. Oliver. It's time to send this nigga to the G League. It's time for Oliver to hit the G League. Because look at this. Look, I understand it's Conquest, okay? But this man keeps getting done dirty. This man can't hang with us. Like, he cannot hang with these guys, man. He's just not that guy, man. Like, there's levels to this shit. Oliver is not on any of those levels. Okay? He is not ready to be in the field with all of these Viltrumites, okay? Let him hit the G League, okay? Let him hit the G League, let him train, let him come back stronger. Maybe he can get a hyperbolic time chamber, maybe he can turn into Kid Gohan. Okay, maybe he could have his whole Cell moment. Alright, but he can't do this. Alright, he's just not ready. Alright, y'all can, and for some of y'all say, oh, he's just a kid. Exactly! That's exactly why he should not be here. Okay, like, he just can't do it. Alright, he's just not ready. I see he has heart for it. Like, I understand that. Like, I respect the heart. I really do. But he can't hang. Alright, he cannot hang. He can't do it. Alright, it's time for this man to go back to the lab and train. Okay? If Conquest is doing this to him, Frag is going to use his intestines like a jump rope. And I ain't trying to see that for him. So please just go to hit the gym. Please, Oliver. Please. Stop trying to hang with these niggas. Please. Go. Leave. Don't come back. Please. Come on. You can't do it, man. I'm sorry.
Look at that.
Also, look at this damn smile. He is just so happy to torture a child. Like, I have never seen this man this happy before. Like, I can't believe him.
Smile, just pure malice, evil, corruption. He intends to do Oliver in the worst way possible. Not gonna lie, Oliver, please return home. The lights were too bright. We gotta go back to the G League. Mark showed up just at the right time, and the people who keep complaining about Invincible animation, you should know how this works by now. They lock in when something special is happening.
Damn, why does
You're
that?
not gonna waste time perfecting the animation of someone walking. Y'all are the most annoying niggas on the planet. Anyways, you see Mark's...
True, like, Invincible's animation, it's not, like, something insane. It isn't crazy. It isn't one of the best in the world. Obviously, we know that. But it's still pretty... I say solid, okay? Like, it's not... They're not gonna win any crazy awards for the animation, but it's solid, okay? It's solid.
Hands around his neck. That
I mean, especially for moments like this. This is where they really do their best.
For the entire encounter, even when Conquest is violating
Mark!
Slamming him into the ground, beating his chest in, knocking him into every wall possible, continuously rocking his shit. Mark's grip didn't
left, right.
once. But look at the hand.
Even bail off the dump.
Stab straight through Mark, but even so, both hands
and he
still
wasn't letting that go.
For obvious reasons I can't show this, Conquest started pulling his insides out. He really rearranged his guts. No pause. That's exactly...
Like, I would hate to eat during this entire exchange, bro. Like, watching this and eating at the same time, that had to be fucking disgusting. Hold on.
Both hands still around his neck, and for obvious reasons I can't show this, Conquest started pulling his insides out. He really rearranged his guts, no pause. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time I actually felt uncomfortable watching the show. It was worse.
And that says a lot, because, like, there's a lot of gruesome scenes in this show.
He muted the music. It was straight gut sounds in my ears.
That was a good idea for, like, director-wise.
Conquest finally goes down. Mark technically comes out with the win here. This is a draw in my eyes. I know Mark is somehow going to survive this, but honestly...
I don't know. I'll give him the win for this. Alright, like, he really showed why he is invincible. Alright, like, he really went out there and, you know, he well, for a punch. Well, he did for those few punches at the start, but he stuck it out. Alright, like, I'm sorry, but he got his guts, you know, struck out and shit. But yet was still able to hold on to make sure Conquest didn't hurt nobody else. Personally, I call that a win. Alright, I call that a win for Invincible. He did his thing. He did the best he can. Alright, and he did the solo too. Alright, he had no help. This was a solo win. We don't see a lot of those when it comes to marking these roads from us, but we saw a solo win. And I'm happy for him. I really am. But him surviving this is fucking crazy. Like, how does he survive this? Like, they're in, like, I'm taking a guess, deserted island, because there's nobody here. We ain't see nobody. And we got is Oliver and Omni-Man here. And the other guys, like, Alien and Tech Jacket, they're gone too. So, I'm wondering, how does Mark even survive this? I can't wait for next week, because how? This makes no sense.
You shouldn't. You got stabbed straight through and your guts pulled out. I don't know how you live this. And Conquest is an idiot for not doing that sooner. Waited until he deadass couldn't breathe anymore to stab him. He could have got out of that ages ago. So
yeah, that's the one problem with Conquest. This man he kept messing around. If he really just locked in and just tried to kill him at the beginning, if he just started off like locked in, just tried to kill Mark at the beginning, he probably would have won. He probably would have been rid of Mark, but yet no, he kept messing around. He kept fucking around, and he eventually found out. Like, he could have won this so many times, but yet he just chose not to.
Nolan and Oliver finally find him, and yeah, the worst state we ever seen Mark in.
Like, look at this man. And people were talking about, oh, which life would you rather have? Peter Parker's or Invincibles? Give me Peter Parker, alright? I would rather be depressed Spider-Man every single day of the week than be Invincible. Alright? Give me all Spider-Man's pain, give me all his trauma. Alright? Because I ain't never seen his guts get struck out. Alright? I ain't never seen his guts hang out of his body, get ripped out of his body. I ain't never seen that for Spider-Man. Give me his life, alright? Give me his life, please. Please give me Invincible's life. No, Spider-Man's life, my bad.
I just know when they get back to Earth, guess who I met in space, Cecil?
And Cecil, you better start fucking running. Cecil better start running immediately. Because how? Because I don't understand. Like, it never makes sense to me when it's happened, and it still it makes sense to me right now. Why would you leave this man alive? He had no good reason to do this, but yeah, he did it anyways. And now look, Mark's guts is hanging out of his body and shit. And now look, and also he's apparently the war hasn't even started yet. And Mark already has to go on IR. Yeah, this shit ain't gonna last long. Yeah, this war is not gonna last long. There's no shot.
Better whoop his ass. I can't wait for that interaction.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, the interaction would be very interesting. I really feel like he actually might kill Cecil this time.
But while that was going on, Alan and Zoe was hiding underneath the Viltrum ship in her suit, shielding mechanism, I don't know, something like that. They can't leave because the moment they do, they'll be seen on the sensors. So they gotta sit here, even if it means going back to planet Viltrum. And yeah, that's episode 5. There's also episode 4 that dropped last week, which I seen a lot of people didn't care for. Personally, I liked it. I feel like the world of Invincible was interesting enough that any storyline could work. I'll spin back on that when they continue it, because it felt like it was a build up to a part 2. Also, they changed William's voice actor.
It's gonna be the most gorgeous superpowered super baby ever. Congratulations!
Before, he had the perfect amount of zest in his voice. The new voice just doesn't hit the same. He doesn't sound like he's really about that life. The zestiness sounds forced. It's not pure zest. The old William, if he told me he fucked a nigga, I'd believe him.
What?
I know you did. The new one, I don't know. I'ma question your zest. I'ma need a witness to tell me if it's true. But anyways, 10 out of 10 episodes. I thought we were nearing the end, but there's still so much that could happen. JJK next though, I ain't forget. Alright, now I'm gone.
Alright, yo, Kevin, WV, but Invincible, yeah, I can't wait for next week, man. There's just so much shit going on for this one, man. I cannot wait for next week.